Howell's going to help us set up the game. Hi, AJ.
Hey, Greg, as you guys said earlier, both of these teams have so much experience on their rosters. Head coach Lisa Fortier said she went in the locker room and just read the roster of Toledo off to the Zags and said, guys, that's us. She said this will be one of their biggest tests so far this season. They have the least amount of wiggle room that they've had so far. Right?
Thank you, AJ. This is a test. You may not have heard of Toledo, but Michelle knows. She's already told me when I arrived here an hour and a half ago. This is going to be a really good game. Anytime you get a team to the tournament and you return all 5 starters, you got to test.
You got to test, yep. And when you match up so well, just like AJ said, it's going to be a game of possessions, Greg, right? The team that gets the most quality possessions, there's one limited possession there by Toledo. Great defensive play by Gonzaga.
And you saw the double team come right away to Novoroski, and it was Yvonne Ejim on the backside taking the ball away. And Yvonne going to work now. Quickness. Bucket goes.
And that's what she's going to need to do against Novoroski because she can get her on the dribble. Yvonne Ejim is quicker. She can take her off the dribble. She needs to do that all game long.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting to watch. Lockett, Kayleigh Truong, great matchups on the inside. Brynna Maxwell, to me, is a key to the season. They've got to get her going.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a great shooter. She kind of, she provides that extra oomph that the Zags need offensively, but they got to get her going early.
Feed to the post. Zags defense is there. This is Goss going to work. Maxwell with the defense. Takes the ball away. Truong now with it.
Great early defensive plays there, both possessions by Gonzaga.
Just so you can keep it straight, Kayleigh Truong, number 14, with the ball now. Kayleigh Truong, number 11, with the ball now. There'll be a quiz here soon. Hollingsworth with a catch from Ejim. Good defense there by the Rockets. 5 on the shot clock. Yvonne and her second field goal.
Hey, and what did I say, right? The advantage when they're so evenly matched, both of these teams, but I think the real advantage is on the inside play, the post play for Gonzaga, because they're just more agile. They can do just what we saw there by Ejim, that outside jumper.
The Rockets will work it around. And now Wired will back it out. 8 on the shot clock. Kayleigh Truong there defensively, staying right with her. Wired to the glass. Novoroski, the rebound. Putback won't go. Cleared by Maxwell.
Those second chance points are what Gonzaga is going to need to be aware of and not allow Toledo to get those second chance looks offensively.
This is Kayleigh. Yvonne Ejim, skip. Maxwell, there's a 3 attempt. Bang!
Hey, there's her early look, Greg. You called it. You wanted to see her get going early, and there's her early look for the Zags.
Coming in, she had only hit 2 of 9. I'm not so bothered by the 2. I'm bothered by the fact she's only had 9 attempts.
Yes,
right?
Yes. She's a player who should have more attempts than that.
She shot 48.1% from behind that three-point line a year ago. That shot for 3 by McConowitz does not go. Rebound is out of play off of a Zag. There's Maxwell. 94.9% from the free throw line. There isn't statistically a better shooter in the country.
No, there really isn't. Her fundamentals are so sound. And you know what? She's a player who's going to take a good shot, right? Like, she's going to make sure that she takes a quality-looking shot.
Shot from that corner way off by Wired. Gonzaga with another rebound. And off to a 7-0 start.
I like the sound defensive start by the Zags. You can tell they are locked and loaded defensively.
Ejim the catch. Missed it. But a foul called and free throws coming. And let's be honest, Gonzaga thought they should have won that game the other night in Pullman. They didn't come out of there with a victory. I'm sure they're going to take it out on Toledo today.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I mean, that WSU game, they had players in foul trouble. They gave themselves every opportunity to win that game, but you better believe they got a fire underneath them to try to get this W, especially on their home court.
Ejim off to a great start. That's her 5th point. 2 of 2 from the floor. And now 2 of 2 from the line. 9-0 Gonzaga.
The Zags showing an early little 2-3 press here. See how Toledo handles the pressure, and it looks like they weren't really ready for it.
Yeah, that was off the hands of Lockett. Chance for Gonzaga. Kayleigh Truong, transition three. Hollingsworth battles for the rebound, but here comes Sophia Wired, number 2. Leaves it for Garcia. Nan Garcia's just checked in.
And Garcia can hit that three from the outside there. She is a shooter.
Transfer from Penn State, now in her senior season out of Jeffersonville, Indiana. Foul called there on Eliza Hollingsworth. Sorry, partner. Her first team's first.
Oh, you're good. It just seems like the Zags have control of this game so far, defensively and offensively.
And Truong took it away from Lockett. Kayleigh. Hollingsworth looking for high-low. Ejim the catch. Ward there defensively. Yvonne backs it out. And a reset for Gonzaga. Kayleigh hunting a shot. 10 on the shot clock. Skip to the corner. Kayleigh. Baseline jumper. A little extra roll goes.
I love the patience offensively for the Zags. They're getting looks inside, but they're not in a hurry. They're moving the ball around. That was a great possession there.
This is a Toledo team that got to the NCAA tournament last year for the first time since 2017. Won their opening round game against Iowa State. Won the MAC. Preseason favorites to win it again. Nice play by Lockett to keep it alive. That shot for three is long from Kara Goss. And Ejim very active for Gonzaga to begin. Kayleigh Hollingsworth wanting the ball. Maxwell to the post. Ward, front of the post, took it away, threw it off of Ejim, got it back. And now the home run pass. Goss on the run out. And the first bucket for Toledo. And at the other end, Kayleigh Truong from her sister.
And the Zags right back and say, hey, we can play this sprint out game too.
And right now Toledo's saying to themselves, look, we knew Gonzaga was good. We didn't think they were off to a 13 to start good, but man, what a start for the Zags. Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino. Earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotels than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. Partner?
Keys to the game, Greg, it's defense, right? We've seen it early on. The guard play, limiting the touches of Lockett already. They've done such a phenomenal job of making her handle the ball and pass it and not having a wide open look. They got to limit those second chance shots. And then the 50-50 balls. That's a big one when you come up against a team that's so evenly matched. Who wants it more? Who's going to get the rebounds? Who's going to get the steals and those open looks? Right now it looks like Gonzaga.
Kelly Stokes and Maud Hybens on the floor right now for GU. Tell you what, Toledo is shell-shocked. I think it's the speed of Gonzaga, and it's the ability to defend. I think right now Toledo's 1 of 7 to start. Gonzaga's forced 3 turnovers.
Yeah, defensively, the Zags are just dialed in right from the very beginning. You can tell they read their scouting report, and they're executing it right now.
Garcia with the handle, but then the offensive foul. Did she hook her? Yes.
Yeah, she got her arm looped around. I mean, that's an automatic foul.
Nan over to the bench. And number 34, Jessica Cook, a junior from Clay, New York, checks in.
But, you know, we were saying at break, Greg, this Toledo team, they are used to playing in front of 5,000, 6,000 fans, so this is normal for them, but it's still hard to do when you're on the road.
Yeah, I don't think, honestly, it's the size of the crowd. I think it's the speed of Gonzaga that's giving them fits right now. And that high-low game's pretty good, too.
Yeah, in the post agility, right? That's where it's won
Yes.
right there. They're matched, but in the post area for Gonzaga, they've got more agility post players who can step out, who can maneuver around, where Toledo just doesn't have that presence inside.
Ejim's with her first bucket. Ejim with 2 assists already. Shot for 3. That one's way off by Yanaya Curry, number 24. Kayleigh Truong looking to the post. Here's Ejim. She turns on Cook and then just shoots over her. Ejim with 8 points. She's perfect, 3 for 3.
It's case in point right there, right? I mean, Ejim's a hard player to defend to begin with, but the fact that she can take you out the dribble and shoot a nice little stroke jumper like that is hard to defend.
Wired. Hanging from the elbow. 17-4. Kayleigh Truong. Boy, she pinned the foul on Goss there.
Those ball handling skills. I mean,
good.
Even a good defender can't defend that. She's just so smooth with the basketball moving in her hands.
Naya Ojukwu is checking in for Gonzaga, 6'1" freshman from Meridian, Idaho, number 13. Yvonne Ejim goes out. Maxwell off the catch. Quick release. Let's go to A.J. Howell. She's got more on Naya Ojukwu.
Yeah, Greg, this is another transfer from Utah that made her way to Spokane, Washington. We're familiar with grad transfer Brynna Maxwell. Now, Naya didn't get the same reps there at Utah. She's younger, obviously, but head coach Lisa Fortier was really praising her, saying, you know, she's not quite like Yvonne Ejim. She's not quite like Maud Hybens, and went on to, you know, list other players, but said she has a little bit of each of them and also brings her own thing. She's physical, dynamic, athletic, and really strong. Greg.
Thanks, AJ. And if she can defend, she's going to find her way on the floor.
Yes.
Right?
If anybody on this Gonzaga team or anybody wanting to come into this Gonzaga team, if they can defend, they will find their way onto the floor.
Because there's always going to be offense.
Yes.
Right? And it's hard to set yourself apart when you come to a team that is so set in their ways offensively and so established recruiting those types of players.
Yep.
If you can come here and defend, you'll play.
Yep.
Free throws by Emmy Renat.
And you see Toledo says, hey, we got to change it up here, giving them a little full court pressure here to see if they can switch this game up a bit for themselves in their favor.
And they're like the Zags. They're veteran. As Hybens got inside, she'll shoot free throws. They will not get flustered, regardless of the lead or even if it expands. They'll continue to battle.
Yep. Gonzaga doing a great job of breaking that press there, moving it through the middle, finding themselves at the free throw line. That's exactly how you want to do that.
Maud Hybens played 12 games last season, battled through injuries, averaging about 5 points, 4 rebounds a game this year. Transfer from Syracuse and from the Netherlands. Good size at 6'3", junior. Maud with 3 points. And again, some pressure by Gonzaga. Good job by the Rockets. Lockett got all the way in, missed it. And the rebound is good by Novoroski. 21-8.
You see Lockett kind of coming alive there on that press, breaking it nice and easy. She missed that little bunny, but she had a teammate there to put it back.
She's got rockets in her feet, is what she's got.
Yeah, she does.
Hybens handoff, Kayleigh Truong. 20 points a game for Kayleigh. 4 on the shot clock. Battle for the ball. Is that Kayleigh or Kayleigh? That was Kayleigh Truong.
But really that was set up by Stokes, kind of diving in there to push the ball to her on that rebound.
That falls off the rim by Novoroski.
And those are ones that right now Toledo cannot afford to miss.
They're 3 of 13 to start the game. Lockett's got a shoestring that's loose over there on her left foot. Got to be careful. Did that touch a Rocket? It did. A Renaud. So possession stays with GU. 10 on the shot clock.
You know, the defense for both of these teams, Gonzaga's just got a little bit more intensity defensively. The Rockets are kind of just letting the Zags pass the ball around with very little pressure.
Kayleigh was fouled. I believe that's Lockett down there.
It's great recognition by Kayleigh, seeing that baseline and Lockett kind of out of position and, you know, asking her to draw the foul there and sending one of their best players to the bench.
Kayleigh Truong only played 10 games last season. She's on the preseason All West Coast Conference list along with her sister. She too is a dead eye from behind that three-point line. 43% on the season.
Yeah, the Zags are going to have to recruit another twin duo after we lose the Truongs.
It's been fruitful for Gonzaga over the last decade, hasn't it?
It sure has.
Little give and go. Wired is fouled. I believe it was on Stokes. It is on Callie Stokes. There is a good look at Trisha Cullip in her 16th season. Led her team to an 11th MAC title a year ago. And as I said, the first time in the NCAA tournament since 2017. Zags take it away. Stokes has her pass rejected. Out on top. And now a chance for the run out. And it's good by Kara Goss. Good anticipation. That's how Toledo gets back in the game.
Yeah, that's exactly how they get back in the game. Anticipating those long passes. You see they're kind of falling back into a bit of a zone. So they're making Gonzaga have to make those cross-court passes.
Zags with 2 turnovers. Under a minute to play in this opening quarter. Kayleigh Truong. A lot of dribble. Back to her sister Kaylin. 12 on the shot clock. 3 on the way. Long. And this will be a foul on GU as Sammy McConowitz was knocked to the floor. And it's on Ojukwu. That's her first. That's 4 on GU. 40 seconds to play, quarter 1. Wired all the way in. Ball never got stopped. Easy 2 for Toledo.
Yeah, beautiful job by Wired. Just continued to pursue straight to the rim. Nobody from Gonzaga stepping over to take that charge or at least put a hand in her face. That was an easy bunny for her.
And now Gonzaga will play for 1. Kayleigh Truong with the basketball. Her sister's in that deep corner. Here's the drive. The scoop!
Wow.
Crafty.
That's a fifth-year senior move right there.
And
against the biggest body on the court.
That was fantastic. Shot at the horn is short. Gonzaga leads at 27-12. Great start by GU. They opened 10 of 14 shooting, 71%. 8 rebounds to just 6 for Toledo. The Rockets shot 33% in the opening frame. Second quarter when we come back. And today's Gonzaga basketball broadcast brought to you by Arby's, your delicious neighborhood meat crafter. Stop by Arby's today. Arby's, we have the meats. And we've got a whale of a basketball team here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga, look, they're only, 8, 9 quarters into the season. They haven't played a better one than we just saw.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Everybody touching the ball. Just defensively, it started there in the first possession of the game. Just totally running the game plan, handling the basketball. Really, Gonzaga getting whatever they want so far.
They forced Toledo into 5 turnovers and an offensive foul away from the ball. Is that, I believe, was that on Ejim or was it on Little? It's on Esther Little.
You know, you better believe Toledo's going to come back, though, with a little bit of a vengeance here. See Lockett trying to get going.
Ball tipped out of play by Nan Garcia. So Gonzaga ball.
I mean, Gonzaga shot 10 of 14 in that first quarter, 71%. Toledo 33%, 5 of 15. Probably their worst shooting night in a while for this team.
Hollingsworth, nice catch. Little traveled. Moved her feet before she caught it. Right now, Toledo's thinking to themselves, look, the MAC is pretty good, but we're not sure what life would be like in the West Coast Conference.
Yeah, you got to run. You got to run a lot.
You got to get up and down. None of this half-court stuff. Wired. Kept her dribble somehow. And then the drive, threw it out of play. She looks at the officials like, are you kidding?
You know, that was a great no call by the officials, in my opinion. To be honest, she was kind of dribbling out of control. She did a great job keeping her dribble alive. But Kayleigh, I don't remember which one it was, she kind of just put her arms up and moved out, and that's a great no call.
6 turnovers now for Toledo. Little to the post. Threw a rising fastball to Eliza Hollingsworth.
This is where, as a teammate, you know, Little, she's coming in and trying to create something. That's 3 turnovers on her in the last 3 possessions. It's like, take a deep breath, settle down, make the smart play, not the big play.
I think she was still upset about the last foul call. Because that ball had some zip on it.
It sure did.
Free throws coming for Toledo. Foul called on Yvonne Ejim. And that is her first. That's the one area that I know that coaching staff, they can ill afford Yvonne to get into foul trouble really in any game this season.
No game this season. Yvonne is such an integral part in this team and everything that she brings. I mean, her perimeter game, her inside play, her ability to run, and her ability to defend the bigs down low.
Yeah. She's a tough matchup for a lot of teams because of her athleticism.
Yep.
And the fact that she's 6'3". She's a legit post.
Who runs like a guard and moves like a guard.
Yes. Isn't that true? Maxwell to the post. There's Ejim. Squares on Ward. Quick rise. Missed it. Chance for the Rockets. Wired thought about the 3. Maxwell over there with a hand up. A lot of time. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Garcia. Fake the corner pass, shoot the 3. Nan Garcia from downtown.
And they will create plays just like that for Garcia because she can stroke it from the outside. That was a great job on her part. Little pass fake, composed herself, and knocked down the 3.
Came in 2 of 8 on the season. Kayleigh Truong. And now Toledo sensing a bit of a momentum change. They've got it to 10. Hollingsworth, big offensive board. Maxwell, quick 3. Off the front of the rim. Ejim, the board, and the foul. And a chance for 3.
Big play by Ejim inside there, getting the rebound, going back up, drawing the foul, and making the bucket, and trying to make a 3-point play here for the Zags.
Ejim already into double digits now with 10 points. 3 rebounds. And she's a perfect 2 of 2 from the line. You know, I think the fact with Kayleigh Truong winning the West Coast Conference Player of the Year award, the fact that she did it with Yvonne Ejim on her same team and they didn't split votes.
I know.
Right? Tells you how dominant Kayleigh must have been.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a tough teammate to try to beat out for that award.
Yes. Good fake. Shot was off by Goss, but a long rebound came out to McConowitz, and another chance for the Rockets. Lockett, jump shot. She's off to a tough start now, 0 for 3. AJ Howell, you got more about the awards. Tell us about it.
Yeah, a little bit, Greg. So right now the Zags have 3 players. That's Kayleigh Truong, Brynna Maxwell, on the Becky Hammond Player of the Year award list. Now, 3 players is not only the most of any school. They're the only school that has more than 1. It's the most of any team in the history, all on the same list. Head coach Eliza Hollingsworth said that's obviously great and those players deserve it, but it's so great for the national recognition for the Gonzaga women's program as well.
Thanks, AJ. And it is an indication of where this program is right now.
It is an indication, and you know who else is up for those awards is Lockett for Toledo. But the difference is the Zags have a culmination of players up for the award as opposed to 1.
Yeah.
And you're seeing that on display right now.
And Yvonne Ejim has been a beast on the boards. Her 4th rebound, 13 points, 6:19 to play in the first half. The Zags have extended the lead back out to 15. Back in a moment. Jay Howell is going to tell us this lead may not be safe against this Rocket Club.
Yeah, you're so right, Greg. I was talking with Lisa Fortier, and she was saying that, you know, their last game, they came back from a 21-point deficit. I mentioned that, and she was quick to tell me that's nothing new. They've done that many times this season. They're no stranger to a comeback, and this actually have to be careful to watch out for that, as we've seen here.
And that is always, thank you, AJ, that is always the problem with early leads in games because nothing's safe. I don't care if it's a 25-point lead.
Yep.
We've seen all of those shrink in college
Absolutely.
basketball.
And teams that are well matched with great athletes, momentum can turn just like that, right? If Lockett gets going and another teammate gets going and all of a sudden the ball starts rolling, they do just like they did against James Madison and come back from a 21-point deficit.
Lockett got deep there. Shot off by Kayleigh Truong, and Lockett's got it again. She's got wired with her. Ball tapped away. And this is off of Zags, so possession remains with Toledo.
And that's Kayleigh right there from behind, you know, tapping that basketball. Just court awareness, basketball IQ to know she's going to, you know, cross that ball over to her right hand. Could have been an easy 2.
Lockett off the front of the rim. That last field goal, her first of the game. She's now 1 of 5, and an offensive foul on GU is Maud Hybens. Set the screen too hard, and it may have caught Jessica Cook. She's kind of walking down the floor, checking her front teeth. Zags don't mind a physical game, do they? Like,
no.
We learned that last week down in Pullman.
Yeah, they're used to that physicality. The big WSU Cougars, they were bouncing back and forth between the two of them. Very physical game.
Wired will drive, hang off the glass. Oh! Offensive foul is called. Is that Brynna Maxwell in there that took it?
That was Maxwell. And wow, what a big stop. That could have been a momentum shift, you know, for Toledo, but Maxwell just getting in there, getting her feet set and taking it straight in the chest.
On the offensive end, Brynna Maxwell does not spend much time in the inside, but we've seen her make a few plays defensively early in this game.
Yep.
Kayleigh Truong Here's Hybens looking high-low. Hollingsworth the catch. As Lockett got matched up inside and Hollingsworth took advantage.
Yeah, great recognition by the Zags to see the mismatch with Lockett inside and taking advantage of it.
Here's Lockett, explosion to the rim. Pins the foul on a Zag and she'll shoot free throws.
You know what? I'd say great play by Lockett right there. Hey, nothing's really going. Get yourself to the free throw line, and she did just that. Lowered her shoulder a little bit, but drew the foul, and now she's going to try to get warmed up at that free throw stripe.
Foul number 1 on Kayleigh Truong. That is 8 on GU. Preseason first team All-MAC. Of course, she's the reigning player of the year in the Mid-American Conference. Is Quenisha Lockett.
Yeah, we've yet to see her get going and display her true abilities in this game.
Hits the front end. One or two. Hybens picks up the loose ball. Zags up by 14. If you're Toledo, you're going to try to get that to single digits before half. If you're Gonzaga, what's the message from Lisa Fortier? Right?
If you're Gonzaga, hey, go back to exactly how you started. Punching that ball inside, getting that inside-out game going.
You say it, there's the response. Loose ball. Foul on the floor. This will go against a Rocket. And I don't believe Sammy McConowitz agrees.
Gonzaga hit a few good outside shots early, but they've gotten kind of cold from the outside. They need to get it back inside. Yvonne Ejim just like that.
Boy, somehow that dribble did not touch the end line. 2 more for Ejim.
It looked like it was going out to me, Greg, but somehow Ejim brought it back in.
Goss. There's Lockett to the post, poked away by Hybens. Race to the corner. Should be Toledo basketball. It is 16 on the shot clock.
Great job by Ivins, moving, crossing around her defender to get in front of her and get a tip on that basketball. She's doing a great job inside on Cook.
Wired out to Cook. Conowitz, ball was kicked by Ejim. No choice there as they kind of threw it right into her knee. Kara Goss, a senior from Indianapolis, Indiana, will throw it in. Here's Wired. They start with 20 on the clock. Lockett. Ball was deflected. Cook came up with it. Stokes poked it away from Lockett. Chance for GU. Ejim, what a catch and finish.
Look at the ground she covered in that drop step there.
Ejim with 17. Sorry, Michelle.
Talk about an All-American move right there.
Backdoor cut. Lockett, great finish.
I think this Toledo team is a little bit thrown off by the length of the Zag guards. Their arms, they don't play with their hands down. They play with their arms up. That comes from a defensive-minded coach telling them to always get their hands in the passing lanes. And
what's crazy about Toledo, as AJ told us, is Strong lines up the 3. Ejim, another offensive rebound and another chance. Loose ball and a foul call. Toledo came back from 21 points early in the second half against James Madison to win by 11. This is not a team that shoots the 3 ball.
Moving, but right now we haven't seen them hit much from the outside. They haven't been able to get anything going inside, but when they do, they're a force to be reckoned with.
They're 1 of 8 from behind the 3-point line to begin. That last foul called on McConowitz, her second. 9 fouls now on Toledo. Ejim going to work again. Hybens had it, taken away. Back comes Toledo. This is Kara Goss, number 22. And now Wired. Nobody picked her up. 3 on the way. She could shoot them. Wired, a 33% shooter, but you can tell by that quality of that stroke.
Yep.
You can't leave her.
Exactly. It was beautiful leaving her fingertips. And this is where the Zags need to dig in a little bit deeper here in the last 2 minutes of play.
Callie Stokes turned down the 3. Maxwell created some space. Oh, I thought that was in.
That looked good to me, too.
Brynna now 2 of 5 from behind the line. Wired skip to the corner and off the hands of Goss. Pass too high, turnover number 9 on Toledo. 2:01 to play in this first half.
Yeah, 2 minutes here for the Zags. You want to make sure they get some quality possessions in here, get it back inside, keep this lead going into the half.
Maxwell. And a whistle, foul on the shot.
Yeah, Garcia got her arm on the way down from that shot.
And these are about as good as a gimme for Brynna Maxwell, 94.1%.
Yeah. Talk about putting your best free throw shooter on the line.
Zags is a team 6 of 7, now 7 of 8 in the game. Maxwell's first shot from the line. She hits them both, 40-25. My memory is correct. I think the Zags led by as many as 16 earlier. So it's encroaching on their largest lead of the game. Garcia turned down the 3. Hollingsworth got there. Skip to the corner. Goss wanting the screen, got it. She'll use the left hand all the way in. Shot up and good.
And that's what they're good at. You see that last possession there, Toledo.
For the rebound. And she is fouled in there by number 22, Kara Goss.
It's a great follow by Hollingsworth, you know. I probably wouldn't follow a Truong sister. I would assume that that ball is going in.
Right? Yeah. Get back on D. Eliza, 2 points, 4 rebounds to this point. Emmy Renot, number 30. Just replaced Kara Goss for Toledo. Uniah Curry, number 24, on the floor as well for the Rockets. 42-27. Wired right to the rim, threw up the circuit shot. She's fouled by Hollingsworth. And now she'll shoot free throws.
You know, that's the 3rd time that Wired has made it all the way full court, rim to rim, and nobody's stepping up to stop her. That's where the Zags need to kind of talk defensively. If they need to switch.
So fast.
She's quick.
Right? But almost a bit out of control. I'm not even sure I'd defend her. I'm not sure she could make the shot anyways the way she's going at it.
Agreed. That's why it's just wait for her to come and knock you over. Just be in position.
Wired now with 8 points, make it 9. She leads Toledo at the moment, 42-29 our score. And now some pressure as Toledo will try to create a turnover. Gonzaga does a good job. A minute to play in the first half. Kayleigh Truong with the basketball. Maud Hybens back on the floor for GU number 5.
Wow.
Ejim the catch. Great screen inside by Stokes.
Beautiful pass by Kayleigh, right on the money to Ejim, who just all she has to do is turn and put it up.
Ejim now with 19 points to lead everyone. Wired as Maxwell fell down, missed the shot. Stokes the rebound. There's about 6 seconds difference between the two clocks. Kayleigh will take it out. Lockett will stay close. Eight on the shot clock. Kayleigh. Maxwell, open 3. Missed another one. She'll keep shooting it. Now a chance. Lockett. Time on the clock. Got all the way to the rim and scored. And there's the horn. 44-31.
Lockett showed her skill right there, getting past 2-3 Gonzaga players with a little hesitation dribble just to have an easy bunny at the rim. Great job by Lockett trying to get her team a few more points going into half.
Tremendous first half for Gonzaga, but it's clear they're going to have to keep the pedal down or Toledo's going to run back into the game.
Yeah, it's that outside shooting. They need to get back to the inside-outside game. We need Maxwell to hit knock down one of those outside shots to kind of loosen things up so they can get going back inside. But all in all, great start for the Zags. They're just going to need to keep the pedal down, like you said, Greg.
Here's AJ.
All right, Coach, first half finish here in front of your home crowd. What stands out to you?
Well, I don't really love our defense right now. That kid is fast. They have players who can shoot it, but I don't think I don't know if we're getting too laned out or just not helping very well, because they're getting to the rim kind of whenever they want to.
Now we know this team has come back before with large deficits. What do you guys need to do to make sure that doesn't happen in the second half?
Well, we need to guard better. I think we need to let the offense come to us a little bit. I think partway through that second quarter, we looked like we were going one-on-one too much, and then we got to check out.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, AJ. And it's no surprise when you listen to Coach Fortier at these halftime interviews why this program is good. She has a different standard than the rest of the people because we're up by 13. Looks good. They're shooting 52% for the game. And, no, we're not good enough.
No, defense isn't good.
Yeah. Halftime at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Gonzaga leading Toledo 44-31. We're back in a moment. Welcome home. And we are at the half, and we are courtside here between Gonzaga and Toledo, 44-31 the score. Greg Heister, Michelle Clark. And, you know, we both have been around this Gonzaga basketball stuff for a long time now.
Yeah.
And Yvonne Ejim is going to be one of those players when we look back and say, where did she go? We're going to miss her dearly.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Look at her. I mean, moving baseline off the dribble against the other big for Toledo. She's grabbing rebounds, finding teammates, popping in shot on the outside when she sees it's an opening. I mean, that is just so difficult to defend. She's blocking shots. She is really that all-around player that you go, how do we find another one just like that to replace her, you know?
Yeah, and then she's a racehorse, right from end to end.
Yep.
Probably no big in the country.
No.
Maybe Angel Reese down there at LSU, who knows, is getting up and down the court as fast as she is.
Yeah, she runs like a guard, but she's big and strong inside who can play against any other big post player. She really is the full package.
So efficient, and you can see those little jumpers. The hands are so soft, but she was 8 of 10, 19 points, 6 rebounds, and she fouled out of that game the other night down in Pullman, and you can tell she came out here with a little extra, I think, this afternoon. I don't know that for sure, but it sure seemed like she came out here with a little extra. Kind of set the tone. She set the tone very early for Gonzaga.
Yeah, she really did. With her smooth jumpers inside and taking them off the dribble, you knew exactly what the game plan was from the very beginning, and Ejim just executed right from the start. And
your Gonzaga coverage of the game is brought to you by Primera, proud partner. Now look, Zags defense take the ball, but look, there goes Ejim flashing through the frame, and then look, she's posting up on the low post before the ball even got to the three-point line. That's who she is.
That's who she is, and that's irreplaceable for the Zags.
And hard to defend. Good luck, West Coast Conference. We're at the half at the McCarthy Athletic Center. Back in a moment. And welcome back. Gonzaga's upcoming schedule brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, your financial success fan club. It's already been tough on the road to begin at Montana. pretty big regional rivalry. The Grizz loved the fact that Gonzaga was willing to come there, and they were ready. Tough win for Gonzaga. Then they go down to Pullman, and a tough one against a top 25 team, a team that won the Pac-12 tournament a year ago, basically the same team back.
Yep.
And then they turned their attention on Toledo today. And then it won't get a whole lot easier for Gonzaga. Of course, you know, they're used to playing tough teams. They've got North Florida, Wyoming, Liberty, a game against Alabama. Then they play Louisville, right? And then they go at Eastern Washington. And then Stanford at Cal. They're going to play Arizona this year, New Mexico. But this is all before they begin the West Coast Conference.
Yeah, talk about a preseason knocker. I mean,
yes.
They're really trying to set the tone for, hey, we want to play postseason basketball. This is what it's going to take. We got to come out early against some of these really good teams and show what they have.
It's a team that was 28-5 a year ago, 17-1 in the conference. They won their 18th conference title in program history, and they've been picked to win the West Coast Conference this year again with 8 first-place votes. But 14 trips in the NC2A tournament overall last season. Their 6th trip. Points were big. Clearly a Gonzaga advantage, but as we've been talking about the whole first half, Toledo's been here at halftime. This doesn't make them uncomfortable at all.
No, not at all. I would like to see that points in the paint double by the end of this game for Gonzaga. They've done a great job. They want to continue to do that. And then, man, those rebounds, a lot of those were second chance points by Ejim, like you mentioned.
All right, here we go. There's Lockett exploding to the rim. Her first look in the half goes. 44-33.
And that's kind of how she ended the first half there. That's exactly what Coach Fortier was talking about there. It seems like they're getting to the rim whenever they want to.
And that was her easiest chance to get in there. Nobody really stopped her. Backdoor cut, great finish. Kayleigh Truong. Lockett wanted to go to the post. Novoroski. Loose ball picked up, Kayleigh Truong. First turnover for Toledo this half. Kayleigh Truong now. Hollingsworth was looking at the rim. Zags did not shoot the three well in that first half. 2 of 11. Ejim wanting it. You probably heard that at home.
Yeah, you had to have.
And now she'll shoot free throws.
I think Maxwell was asking for the opposite side post to come up instead of screen, and Ejim just said, ball, I am open on the baseline. Give it to me.
That was pretty clear. I'd have been throwing her the ball.
I would be giving her the ball, too, after those first 2 quarters.
I was over here looking for one to throw to her. Yvonne now 4 of 4 from the line. 20 points. That's short. Her first miss. Wired up to Lockett. These two ladies love to push it. Zags defense was there. Hollingsworth with the defense. Loose ball grabbed by Lockett. Defense was there again for GU. And now Wired will reset. McConowitz, great cut along the baseline. No whistle, a lot of contact, bucket goes.
That was a good play there, and honestly, a great read, too, by Kayleigh to just try to take it. Good no call by the referees. I thought maybe she had her feet set to try to take that offensive charge.
McConowitz with 4. It's a 12-point Gonzaga advantage. Kayleigh Truong, bingo.
And that's what they need to come alive here to keep this lead. Knock down some of those outside shots. That's going to open up even more on the inside.
Kayleigh now 1 of 3. Ejim clears the miss from Wired. Brynna Maxwell. Back to Kayleigh. Kayleigh Truong. Hollingsworth from 15. Ejim battling. Lockett got it. And a foul called
on Ejim.
It was on Ejim. I thought he put up the number 5 at first.
Yeah, I did too. That was, I mean, great pursuit of the rebound there by Ejim. She just got caught kind of out of position and putting a body on Lockett to draw the foul.
That's number 2 on Yvonne Ejim. First foul against Gonzaga this quarter. Wired wanting to go to the post. Nan Garcia setting the screen. Wired got in there. Hollingsworth made it really difficult.
Yeah, those long arms, that made it tough.
Bingo. Brynna Maxwell, boy, she needed that.
And there you go, the Zags coming alive from the outside.
Yeah, 2 for 2 from downtown this quarter. 53-35. If the threes start going, they'll begin to extend the lead. Lockett has it blocked by Ejim. Yvonne doing it all today for Gonzaga.
2 good defensive possessions there by the Zags.
Kayleigh Truong left it a bit short. Wired. Again, it's Ejim back defensively. The step through, and they pin another foul on Yvonne. So that's 2 fouls here in the quarter, 3 overall. And this will put Yvonne Ejim on the bench.
That's just a tough break right there for Ejim. If we see that again, I mean, she did a great job of stopping a point guard in transition. It looked like a bit of a flop to me. There wasn't a whole lot of body there. I mean, just a tough break.
It was that last reach, but it was hard to tell if there was even contact with it. But it's academic now. I've never seen the officials change their minds.
I know.
It's weird like that. Wired now with 11 points for Toledo. She's having a good game. 4 rebounds, couple of assists, 53-37. Corner 3 on the way. That rimmed out. Hobbs earning that rebound was Nan Garcia. Lockett drives. Hollingsworth had it. Lockett picked it up, missed it. And Eliza clears the miss.
Gonzaga got lucky on that one. That Lockett missed that little putback.
Ejim's wanting the ball inside. Still wanting it. Got the size advantage on Garcia. Shot over. Garcia 6 feet tall. Maude is 6'3".
I love the patience there. You know, she turns, she faces the rim, does a little jab step, notices her defender's hands are down, so she takes the shot. Nice and poised and under control.
Doss the drive. Ejim's the foul. And a chance for 3.
And that's the difference right there, Greg. Okay, Ejim is out of the game. They're running these little rub screen cuts. Ejim, when she's in the game, she's able to step up and defend a guard and not let them get to the rim. When she's out, there's much more chance for them to turn the corner and get in. I mean, that's the type of player that Ejim is, what she can do on both sides of the court.
And that's why you're good at this. 16-point lead. Ejim's picked up the loose one. So we'll see how long Yvonne Ejim stays on the bench with her 20 points.
Left Maxwell open in the corner.
Ball poked away. And it goes to Toledo.
Is what she can do on both sides of the court.
And that's why you're good at this. 16-point lead. Ejim's picked up the loose one. So we'll see how long Yvonne Ejim stays on the bench with her 20 points.
Left Maxwell open in the corner.
Ball poked away. And it goes to Toledo. 5:19 to play in the third.
I love the consistent pursuit of the basketball by the Zags on all those offensive rebounds. They're either coming up with them or they're getting a hand on them. They're in there everywhere.
This is Cook. Lockett for 3 off the front of the rim. Ejim's the rebound. Kayleigh Truong. Maxwell into the corner. Kayleigh faked the 3 drive. And I think she threw it off a Cook. So it'll be Gonzaga ball when we come back. 4:59 to play in the third here at the McCarthy Athletic Center. 55-39 Gonzaga.
Làm ơn ạ. Làm ơn ạ. Làm ơn ạ. Ui. Ui đây rồi. Cứu. Ui. Cứ phải quỳ lạy thôi. Đây là quả 3 điểm tới từ Thảo My. Vẫn kịp để tôi hét tình huống vừa rồi. Trời ạ. Nhà đài định ngăn cản tình huống để chúng tôi xem được cú ném cực kỳ thế giới vừa rồi đúng không? Nhưng còn lâu mới ngăn cản được chúng tôi. Khi mà vừa rồi thì chúng ta vẫn có thể hò hét với 3 điểm của Thảo My. Và sau đấy thì đối phương cũng mang về 2 điểm and one.
I mean, what was that? 2 offensive rebounds. She had 3 looks at the basket there and then knocks the last one down to try to make it a 3-point play.
Cuts it to 17. I'm sure Coach Fortier had the discussion with her club at half.
Ném phạt and one trượt.
How Toledo loves to come out. They don't mind trailing at the halftime.
Lần này thì là Vi đưa bóng ngược lại cho My. Trống trải quá. Và đây tiếp tục là một quả 3 nữa ném như thế này thì thôi, mai thua. Trận đấu này tôi tuyên bố luôn là mai thua. Không thể nào lật được, làm gì có cửa gì đâu. Chúng ta đang ném 3 như là rót vào đầu đối phương thì làm sao có cơ hội. Rebound dành cho Thảo Vi. Thảo My, bây giờ mới là Thảo Vi này. Bóng rơi mất rồi. Và may mắn rằng nó không thể trở thành điểm số của đối phương. Trương Thảo My. Thảo Vi quyết định chuyền bóng vào trong và đó là tình huống xử lý rất hay. Trọng tài đã cắt còi từ trước, vì vậy cũng sẽ chỉ có 2 quả phạt mà thôi. Chút đi làm mét lòng á. Khiếp. Con gái con đứa thì sáng mùng 1 đã đi làm mét lòng rồi. Nhưng mà mùng 1 ăn lòng chuẩn nhỉ. Xong ăn tiết canh cho đỏ đúng không?
She hasn't really gotten going in this game quite yet, you know, but she can come in with some great intensity for the Zags and give a much needed.
Quả phạt thứ 2 cũng đã chính xác, cách biệt bây giờ là 22 điểm. 41-63.
Yep, she's one of those tough-nosed kids.
Quả 3 cũng rất chính xác từ Toledo. Họ ngay lập tức rút ngắn cách biệt xuống chỉ còn 19 thôi. Nhưng để san lấp cái cách biệt này là thực sự quá khó. Thảo My. Đường chuyền và bóng được luân chuyển rất hợp lý vào cho trung phòng. Cầu thủ Gonzaga ngày hôm nay đang có rất nhiều cơ hội tấn công ở hàng trong. Khi mà cầu thủ đối phương... tôi phát hiện ra rồi. Tôi phát hiện ra tại sao ngày hôm nay 2 chị em dứt điểm ít và thiếu chính xác rồi. Ngày hôm nay các cầu thủ Toledo và huấn luyện viên của họ lựa chọn một lối chơi kéo bài ra ngoài nhiều. Và cố gắng để phòng ngự 2 tay ném của chúng ta. Và khi họ kéo người ra để phòng ngự 2 tay ném thì cả Vi và My quyết định là đưa bóng vào trong nhiều hơn. Vì vậy ngày hôm nay những đường chuyền đến rất nhiều, có phần nhiều hơn những trận đấu trước đó, và cũng không chủ động cho những pha ISO. Ở giai đoạn cuối của hiệp 3 có vẻ như hai đội đang khá là buông lỏng phòng ngự. Khi nhận thấy đối phương tập trung vào mình nhiều thì cả My và Vi đều đã lựa chọn phương án là sẽ làm nền cướp được bóng luôn từ trung vòng của đối phương. Và đương nhiên đây sẽ là một cú lay-up. Chết time out ngay. Cách biệt xuống còn 15. Và trợ lý huấn luyện viên áo đen của Toledo vừa ăn mừng như thể là họ vô địch rồi. Ui, mới gỡ được 5 điểm thôi má ơi. Tém lại má ơi. Ui anh Chỉnh ơi, cứu tớ. Chết rồi, sao cứ time out gái là bị như này rồi. Hỏng rồi. Mọi người đợi tí nhá. Bên SWX cũng bị á. Thế là do sóng họ phát ra đúng không? Em nói thế màn hình quay là tim bọn em bất ổn. Em nói thế rồi mai những cái người mà người ta có ý đồ xấu người ta lại bảo là cái bọn bình luận viên bên này toàn chơi đùa với trái tim của người hâm mộ. Đấy là chỉ có anh bánh cuốn như thế thôi, anh thì không bao giờ như thế cả. Đấy. Trái tim người hâm mộ thì anh không bao giờ chơi, anh chỉ đùa thôi. Còn anh bánh cuốn là anh thì chơi đùa luôn.
A lot of smiles. Toledo with a few more during that timeout. They
stealing the basketball from Gonzaga, just unforced errors. That one right
lại là lỗi tấn công. Đang có những turnover liên tục tới từ Gonzaga.
Especially right now, you know, towards the end of this third quarter, one more quarter to play, you can't make errors like that.
Yeah, Ejim's just pushed off to create space. Goss
theo người rất sát. Thảo My đang là người được giao trọng trách kèm đi cầu thủ ghi điểm nhiều nhất của đối phương, nhưng lần này thì họ đã thoát ra được rồi. Nhưng mà lưới trời lồng lộng thôi, chứ còn lưới rổ của Gonzaga thì không lồng lộng như thế. Mặc dù đã gọi người để squeak kèm được, đổi người kèm, thoát khỏi sự theo đuổi tới từ Thảo My. Tuy nhiên thì lại ném không vào. Sao bác im luôn rồi á? Vẫn nói từ nãy đến giờ đấy. Mọi người có nghe được không? Alo. Alo. Chết rồi. Cách biệt 15 điểm.
Zags have lost their edge here a bit.
Thảo My, tôi thì mong chờ nhiều vào những cú ném của hai chị em nhiều hơn. Khi mà lúc này đối phương có vẻ như đang hơi buông lỏng rồi. Wide open three và 3 điểm dành cho Trương Thảo My. Cuối cùng tôi cũng được hét giống anh bánh cuốn. Trời ơi, xinh vậy. Xinh thế. Quên mất quay trở lại với trận đấu khi đối phương cũng có câu trả lời với 2 điểm của mình. Cách biệt đang là 16. Đừng chuyên gia. Làm gì? 24 giây. Một lần nữa là Thảo My, tay đang nóng và liệu có bách truy dành cho Trương Thảo My. Làm sao? Lại xinh nữa rồi trời ạ. Đã sinh lại còn chơi bóng rổ hay. Thế thì đỡ kiểu gì đây? Toledo bị cướp bóng luôn rồi. Và chẳng có gì sẽ xảy ra ở tình huống cuối cùng này. Chúng ta sẽ bước vào hiệp đấu cuối cùng với lợi thế 19 điểm. Side step và mang về điểm số. Nụ cười với cả băng ghế huấn luyện. Hỏng rồi. Chết rồi. Yêu mất. 30 tuổi mà còn yêu thì người ta cười chứ. Nếu như ai đó mà edit những cái đoạn mi cười ở trên TikTok thì có thể gửi cho kênh tôi đăng được không? Cho kênh tôi đăng với. Bọn tôi thì chỉ biết cắt highlight thôi, không biết làm TikTok giật các thứ.
Beautiful late fall shot. Is it winter yet?
I know.
No, December 21st. Isn't that the official start of winter?
We're
right?
still in fall.
Yeah. Fans are happy. They should. Their Zags are up 71-52. A lot of energy in the building here this afternoon. High hopes for the Zags. They've been getting a lot of votes in the AP.
Chúng ta cùng quay trở lại với trận đấu trên sân nhà của Gonzaga. Lúc này thì Thảo Vi đã vào sân. Và tôi thì có đủ highlight của mi ngày hôm nay rồi. Bây giờ thì tiếp tục chờ đợi highlight của Thảo Vi. Tình huống cướp bóng phản công chưa thể trở thành điểm số nhưng sẽ có quả phạt.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I think where some people would try to contend and say, I don't know, Ejim's not a real true post, but I would say that's what kind of gives them the advantage, right? She's not the big, create a ton of space, but she's agile. She plays like a guard, but can defend.
52-71 và 52-72. Không ấy, Vi ơi, nếu mà chẳng may mà em không ném vào thì em có thể cười cũng được mà. Thế vẫn có highlight mà. Cách biệt 21 điểm. Tấn công. Chưa có điểm số. Bây giờ cơ hội phản công này. Kéo đồng đội dậy đã, đúng vậy. Trương Thảo Vi. Quyết định ném 3 ngày và lần này thì nó không chính xác rồi. Outlet pass lên trên. Đối phương đang góc không độ. Xoay người, xử lý quá khéo léo tới từ cầu thủ của đối phương. Đây là một trong số ít những tình huống xử lý cực kỳ chất lượng. Phải đẳng cấp của hàng đầu của bóng rổ mới có thể xử lý những cái mù như vừa rồi. Một trong những cái tình huống đáng khen của cầu thủ đội bạn. Tuy nhiên thì khen cầu thủ đội bạn bao nhiêu thì cũng khen chúng ta bấy nhiêu thôi. Cách biệt đã thể hiện rõ sự khác biệt về trình độ giữa Gonzaga và Toledo. Rơi bóng mất rồi, đây là phản công và gần như chắc chắn sẽ là có điểm số cho cầu thủ đối phương, thậm chí là một and one luôn. Đúng rồi, tí nữa mình cắt trận Denver luôn. Thế là hôm nay sẽ bình luận 3 trận. Nếu mà tí nữa mọi người xem xong trận này mà rảnh thì có thể sang một số cái đầu cầu khác nha. Chúng ta sẽ mọi người nếu như rảnh thì có thể đồng hành tiếp tục với mình ở những trận bóng rổ nam nữa. Và một lần nữa thì cầu thủ của Toledo vừa bị thổi lỗi phòng ngự. That was on Sammy McConowitz, a senior from Rossford, Ohio. Kayleigh to Kayleigh. Sáng anh làm 3 trận luôn à? Thì vì bây giờ lỡ rồi thì anh làm luôn. Chiều làm một trận nữa là 4 rồi, không có người thì vẫn phải làm thôi. Đường chuyền. Phạm lỗi mất rồi. Đó sẽ là 2 quả phạt dành cho Gonzaga.
Kayleigh, a redshirt sophomore now from Redondo Beach, California.
Ngày 4 trận thì tiền để đâu cho hết á. Thì vẫn nghèo đây. Lương tôi thấp nhất công ty mà. Anh em có thể đi hỏi bất cứ bình luận viên nào cũng được. Tôi thì chỉ có trái tim chân thành, làm gì có tiền. Trượt cả 2 phạt hơi đáng tiếc nhưng nhặt bóng 2 để đòi lại 2 điểm vừa bị mất. Tự làm tự chơi luôn. Toàn bộ cầu thủ đối phương bị bất ngờ. Người ném phạt cũng chính là người rebound và lấy về 2 điểm. Lương tôi thấp nhất team mà. Chưa được rồi. Garcia dậy quá ghê. Và sẽ có phạt.
Kayleigh Truong down there, but foul call.
I think that foul's going to go on Ejim. That's her fourth.
It is.
You know,
So Yvonne out.
That's what's going to be difficult for the Zags. You know, we saw it in the WSU game as well. When Ejim gets in foul trouble, it makes it difficult. She changes the game for
Cách
the
biệt
Zags
về còn
on
18.
both sides of the floor, defensively and offensively. And she's going to need to stretch this year and make sure that any foul she does get.
Liệu có xuống 17 không?
Yeah. And then when the scouting report says that go at Yvonne, she's prone
Trương Thảo
to
Vi.
pick up personal fouls.
Yeah.
Now every team begins a team.
Thảo My xin bóng, nhưng đây là tư thế dứt điểm hơi khó được gọi screen. Mid range. Tiếp tục là 2 điểm của Thảo My. Ngày hôm nay Thảo My cứ thế ném thôi. Đúng là như các bạn fan hiểu, hai chị em hơn mình có nói rằng là hiệp 4 sẽ là hiệp hai chị em ném nhiều hơn. Và tiếp tục là Thảo My dẫn bóng lên, đưa bóng và đây là wide open three. Thảo Vi ơi, ui, cười gái bù highlight cho người ta đi. Trời ạ. Vâng, vì sau khi ném không vào đã ngay lập tức di chuyển về và có tác động với cầu thủ tấn công của đối phương trong tình huống phòng ngự.
Well,
6 phút 43 giây, chưa thể dứt điểm thành công, cơ hội phản công hai chị em đang lao lên. Vi quyết định là đánh chậm lại rồi. Sau đó thì có lỗi phòng ngự tới từ Garcia.
All you got to do is stand there, stand straight up because they're kind of out of control. You don't need to try to block the shot or foul. And really, they've missed a ton of bunnies around the rim, and Gonzaga's done a great job of just playing sound defensively and standing straight up.
And then it's the athleticism of all of Gonzaga's bigs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they counter with Hannah Novorosky, 6'5" senior, just a different type of post player than what Gonzaga has.
Yeah.
You got to be able to run all 5 positions if you hope to beat the Zags.
Yep.
6:33 to play. We're back in a moment.
Mọi người đi học, đi làm, đi ngủ hết rồi sao ấy nhỉ? Chả ai quan tâm đến mình. Buồn lắm. Yêu cầu mấy anh em đàn ông không comment nhá. Tôi chỉ hỏi những chị em xinh đẹp thôi. Yêu cầu Tiến Bờ Rai rồi là Hoàng Đức Đinh là thôi nhá. Đi ra chỗ khác đi em. Chúng mày thì anh biết rồi. Chúng mày thì không gọi, chúng mày vẫn ở đây. Nhưng mà anh đang hỏi những bạn nữ xinh đẹp khác cơ.
Yvonne Ejim running the floor and knocking down the bunny.
That's just two of Yvonne's 22 points in this game.
Đấy, anh quan tâm đến những trường hợp như Nguyễn Thu Trang 1998 này chẳng hạn đấy. Nghe tên là biết là nữ mà nghe tuổi thì biết là vẫn còn trẻ. Kiểu thế. Còn mấy bạn tên là Tùng, là Hoàng, là Tuấn thì thôi. Ra chỗ khác đi em. Đây rồi, chúng ta quay trở lại với Gonzaga. Và Toledo vừa rồi là một cú ném không chính xác. Áp lực phòng ngự. Thảo My đã táp bóng ra ngoài và tạo thêm thời gian cho đồng đội di chuyển về nhà để xét bài phòng ngự.
Right, the standard is so high. It's not like she's 4 of 10 from the 3-point line. 40%. In anybody's book, that's great.
Không thể lay up được. Bóng về với Thảo Vy. Đường truyền quá hay. Ui, đau.
Kayleigh Truong again showing the versatility in her game.
Such a great court awareness, and not only that, but she gives her teammates the ball right in their pocket, you know, so all they have to do is just step up and shoot.
Sao không? Vâng, may quá vẫn cười rồi.
She's gonna shake that one off.
She's smiling.
Coach says, "Come here and talk to me for a second."
Đấy, huấn luyện viên hỏi, thì ngã đập vào đâu? Có đau không? Thôi ra nghỉ đi. Vẫn cười là vẫn không sao lắm. Nhưng tuy nhiên thì với một cái thế trận dẫn sâu như thế này mà có dấu hiệu bị đau thì nên ra nghỉ. Vì thực tế thì khó. Có hai thứ gần giữ đấy là sức khỏe và nụ cười trên môi. Thì hiện tại thì vẫn đang giữ được. Thảo My theo rất sát. Đây là đường truyền cắt ra ngoài và trung phong đối phương lại lay up trượt rồi. Đây là Vy. Đấy mọi người ơi, tôi bắt đầu nhận ra hai người rồi này. Tôi bắt đầu nhận ra một cách rõ ràng hơn hai chị em rồi.
McConowitz just fouled out with 4 points, 1 of 4 shooting, 2 rebounds. Her day is done.
You can see the frustration as her coach is talking to her about her game, about her fouls, I'm sure, how she can get better.
Phạt nào. Chính xác.
Hey, look, partner, this is an impressive win.
Yeah, it is.
We've seen a lot of wins in this building.
Yeah.
This was an impressive win for Gonzaga. And it's not just that they're going to win, it's the way in which they won.
Vẫn cứ là một cái cách biệt hết sức an toàn. 23 điểm rồi.
And they had to find the emotional get up again for a team that could lay it on you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Chuyển ngược lại.
hats off to the coaching
Ơ
staff.
sao có bạn không xem được à? Mọi người ơi, mọi người có xem được không?
This was a well executed. Got us hit on
Garcia lại bị phạm lỗi rồi.
Yeah, Mon Hyben's feeling badly about it.
But, you know, coming out of the loss WSU, coaches put together a great game plan, and you could tell Gonzaga ladies just came out and executed on both ends of the floor right from the start.
We'll see that poke right there. Okay, so they're going to go take another look to see if this rises to the
Cảm
level
ơn mọi người đã confirm lại là vẫn xem được. Thế thì đấy, bạn nào mà đang có vấn đề không xem được thì các bạn có thể nhắn tin trực tiếp vào Facebook của mình nhé, để mình giải quyết. Để xem là lỗi của bạn gặp phải là lỗi gì. Các bạn nhắn tin hỏi vấn đề về kỹ thuật thôi nhá. Đừng nhắn tin tán tỉnh nữa. Từ nãy giờ 3 bạn nhắn rồi đấy. Đấy, lại còn có một ông tên là cái gì? Tên là Trung đây này. Nhắn tin này: anh ơi, em muốn làm bình luận viên bóng rổ nhưng chỉ làm trận đấu của Gonzaga được không? Nhiều bạn nữ quá. Không đến lượt em đâu em ơi.
I grew up kind of in the Midwest, so all these names, I'm like, oh my God, Akron's always good. Bowling Green, Kent State, Ball State. Yep. Like there's always some really next level basketball.
Anh này đọc dễ rõ tên hơn đó. Thực tế thì anh Cuốn anh cũng đọc rõ tên đấy, nhưng mà anh Cuốn thì anh vội quá nên là hay bị thế. Mình thì kiểu già rồi, nó chậm chạp nên đọc nó rõ hơn. Với cả với một cái số cái âm ấy thì mọi người sẽ, người Hà Nội ấy, đọc nó sẽ không rõ. Vì giọng của người Hà Nội là mọi người phải rất là thông cảm, là có nhiều âm giờ, âm r nó không rõ đâu. Đấy, giọng của bọn mình ngoài Hà Nội là nó bị thế, nên là nhiều khi nghe thì sẽ bị hiểu nhầm. Mong các bạn thông cảm. Vâng, anh Bánh Cuốn với tôi thì là hai bình luận viên đều đến từ Hà Nội.
And I'm sure we're going to get an explanation. They're doing a great job keeping us informed over here. Okay. Thank you very much.
Đúng rồi, anh Cuốn bình luận hấp dẫn hơn nhiều. Mình thì không có chuyên môn mấy. Hôm nay là vá hộ anh ấy thôi, đừng truyền ngược ra. Toledo vẫn đang rất nỗ lực, họ còn 5 phút để san bằng cái khoảng cách. Thực sự phải nói ở lúc này là lớn. Tiến vào trong. Một cú hook shot không thể trở thành điểm số. Đây là My. Và đây là Vi. Quyết định là không tự dứt điểm và mất bóng vào tay đối phương rồi. Đây chắc chắn sẽ là 2 điểm dành cho Toledo. Cần tránh những tình huống như vậy xảy ra, mặc dù khoảng cách là lớn rồi. Vâng, đúng rồi, còn một bình luận viên người Cây cũng là người Hà Nội. Lách ra. Không thể truyền được nhưng nó vô tình đến với số 4. Layup không được. Vẫn còn bóng. Và đây là cơ hội dành cho... Vâng, Thảo Vi quyết định đưa bóng ra ngoài. Phách một nhịp, đối phương quá to để thực hiện tình huống ném 3 và đã câu được phạt rồi.
Hey, but you know what? Credit to them keeping it alive.
Yeah, sure. You'll find a way.
Yep. The possession still remains Gonzaga.
So Kayleigh Truong at the line, Let me just read. She's an AP All-America honorable mention a year ago.
Anh Cuốn quê ở Xuân Mai hay sao? Anh Cuốn ấy. Anh Cuốn ấy không rõ là anh ấy quê ở đâu, nhưng mà còn không biết là gốc gác là ở đâu. Các bạn nghe giọng mình thì các bạn có biết liệu quê mình ở đâu không? Các bạn mà đoán được quê mình ở đâu thì mới là giỏi này. 3 phút 57. Và Toledo vẫn chưa thể dứt điểm thành công.
Yvonne Ejim. Another rebound. She's got 9. She's a rebound away from a double-double.
Gì ấy?
And a whistle and a foul away from the
Garcia
ball.
tiếp tục phạm một lỗi tranh chấp nữa.
Jessica Cook. And 2 shots coming from Maud Hybens.
Lại giống Hoài Đức với Hà Đông hỏng
Hybens has had
rồi.
a really solid game today too.
Yeah, I
She's
agree.
her and Cook have battled hard inside, and she's made some great plays. She's knocked it down at the free throw line.
You jinxed her.
Dang it. I knew it, right?
Bảo
as I
mình
was
nghe
saying
giống
it.
Hoài Đức với
I
Hà
hear
Đông
my
người
son
khác
in
gì,
the
bảo
back of
mình
my
là người
head
Hà
go,
Tây.
"Why are you
Chết.
doing that? Why are you doing
Còn
that?"
có ông kia bảo mình người Ba Vì. Bây giờ thì như một người lạc quan đã nói thì chỉ cần ném vào
Ejim.
8 quả 3 liên tiếp và đối phương không tấn công thì Toledo sẽ có thể mang trận đấu này trở về vạch xuất phát. Nghe giống người Nam Định. Không, anh không phải Nam Định. Nói trêu mọi người thế thôi chứ mình Hà Nội.
Kayleigh Truong just went out. Peyton Muma, number 3, replaced her.
Vẫn rất nỗ lực. Nhưng cú ném này thiếu lực. Nhưng vẫn nỗ lực được lần 2. Vâng, lực cộng lực thì bằng 2 điểm rồi. Nhưng 2 điểm liệu có là đủ hay không đây khi cách biệt vẫn đang là 24. Cú ném 3. Lần này thì không được rồi. Và sau đấy thì có phạm lỗi tranh bóng với đối phương.
One of the assistant coaches is tracking and knows it.
I wonder.
But
And there she goes, Yvonne Ejim to a roar. 22.
Vậy là sẽ di chuyển ra nghỉ để Ejim. Nghỉ.
She was not going to let her
Đúng rồi, giữ chân, giữ tay, trung phong là rất quan trọng.
we didn't talk a whole lot about it, but defensively she was closing those driving lanes. Offensively, you already read it off, everything she did.
And I should clean it up. She just went out because that was her 5th foul.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it was against her, but that's her 5th foul. So Yvonne is done for the day, but what a game it was.
Tiếp tục là một tình huống ném phạt chính xác, khoảng cách về còn 20.
Hollingsworth. Peyton Muma.
Làm gì?
Seen her yet this year. 29 games a year ago. O'Connor.
Chưa.
Hybens. Hollingsworth, great catch.
Quá hay tới từ số 12.
Got it off the glass and in.
I mean, that's a tough pass. That's usually one of those passes that the coach is saying, no, that's not it. And then it goes through and you go, oh,
Cú ném 3.
clap.
Và đây là 3 điểm được tính dành cho Toledo. Cách biệt về còn 19 điểm thôi. Đúng như những gì đã nói, họ còn thiếu đâu đấy vẫn khoảng 8 quả 3 nữa. 7 quả. 7 quả 3 nữa là chúng ta sẽ bước vào loạt overtime. Đó là mong muốn của Toledo. Nhưng mà điều đấy khả năng xảy ra còn thấp hơn cả. Thấp hơn cả việc hôm nay không phải mùng 1.
So Eliza Hollingsworth is out there with a bunch of pups.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm excited to see some of these pups get some action here. O'Connor.
86-67.
This is their chance to kind of, still stay sound.
Bây giờ tầm này thì họp chiến thuật làm gì nữa? Tầm này thì ra hỏi xem là mai ăn gì, tí đi đâu. Liệu có làm tí cháo lòng không sáng ngày sáng mùng 1? Chứ còn tầm này thì có chiến thuật lên rời không gỡ được 20 điểm.
Down the road, if you are called into a crucial situation at the end of a quarter or at the end of the half, you're not walking in there having never been there before.
No, that's a good point, Greg, and you're absolutely right. Yeah, getting your feet wet and feeling those nerves kind of come down and settle a little bit. That's a conditioned response that only takes moments like this to understand them.
Hollingsworth, Ojukwu.
Thảo My.
Ojukwu caught the
Bắt quả tang nhá, bắt quả tang định tạo siêu highlight nhưng mà không thành công. Định ném từ logo. Định bắt bình luận viên hét đến sợi thanh quản cuối cùng nhưng mà may là ném trượt. Thắng sâu cái là biểu diễn ngay. Garcia vẫn chưa có điểm. Tôi bắt quả tang được rồi đấy. Cú ném đấy vào thì TikTok ngày hôm nay chỉ có hai chị em nhà này thôi. May mà nó không vào. Nói là may thôi các bạn ạ. Thực tế thì đấy là một trong những cú ném rất khó của bóng rổ. Nó hay được gọi là deep three, hay được gọi là logo. Những cú ném thực sự rất xa. Thì để mà những cái cú ném đấy trở thành điểm thì là điều tương đối ít khi xảy ra.
And then Toledo just couldn't match the speed and they missed some bunny, just easy looks that could have kept them in it.
Này có một bạn đang nhắn tin cho mình là thi thoảng bị giật. Ok, thì mình sẽ kiểm tra cho bạn đấy nhá. Phạt trượt rồi.
It's just kind of where Gonzaga is offensively in this program. I mean, Toledo basically would have had to come here and score 90 points today to win.
Phạt thứ hai cũng trượt luôn.
Not doing that on the road.
86-67. Tôi cần một cách biệt trên 20 điểm nào.
O'Connor. Skip to the corner. Muma calling for a screen.
Luân chuyển bóng rất kiên trì.
10 on the shot clock. Ball was deflected.
Cơ hội phản công dành cho Toledo. Và đó là một tình huống phạm lỗi rồi.
For a second, she looked like a volleyball player up in the air like that. Get up.
Vâng, lúc này thì trận đấu cũng đã đi đến giai đoạn cuối cùng. Và mình thì có một trận đấu ở lúc 7 giờ nữa. Lúc này thì cả hai chị em đã ra ngoài và hiện tại trên sân thì đều là những cầu thủ dự bị. Thì một lần nữa thì thay mặt cho Thập Cẩm cảm ơn cái sự ủng hộ của mọi người đến với kênh, cũng như là đến với các bình luận viên. Thì giới thiệu với mọi người một lần nữa là bọn mình còn rất nhiều môn thể thao khác, đặc biệt là buổi sáng thì còn rất nhiều bóng rổ. Thế nên là nếu như muốn ủng hộ mình và anh Bánh Cuốn thì mời hẹn gặp các bạn vào cả những khung giờ khác nữa. Ngoài ra thì ở ngày hôm nay chia sẻ với mọi người là mình do thiếu kinh nghiệm, thế nên là trận đấu này cũng chưa được trọn vẹn cảm xúc với mọi người. Thì rất mong rằng mọi người không để bụng và sẽ vẫn tiếp tục ủng hộ Thập Cẩm trong những ngày thi đấu sắp tới. Vừa rồi là một quả ba nữa của Gonzaga. Ở trận đấu sau, ở những trận đấu tiếp theo thì chúng ta và các bạn cùng với cả tôi thì sẽ cùng nhau và ngồi xem anh Bánh Cuốn tiếp tục đồng hành với cả hai chị em. Thì ngày hôm nay là một ngày hành trình của tôi với hai chị em ở đây là kết thúc thôi. Thì vẫn mong các bạn sẽ tiếp tục ủng hộ Thập Cẩm và Bánh Cuốn ở những trận đấu sắp tới. Thế nhá. Đấy, chia sẻ một chút như thế. Mọi người nhớ follow kênh TikTok của Bóng Cam, TikTok Bóng Cam TV này, fanpage Thập Cẩm này, Facebook của anh Bánh Cuốn và Facebook của tôi. Sao lúc em xem anh ở bên NBA thì khán giả không có quyền hạn gì á? Mày còn muốn có quyền hạn gì chửi cho ấy chứ. Khán giả mà cứ như bố bình luận viên ấy. Bên này thì khán giả được làm bố nhá. Bên các trận NBA thì thôi, tôi mới làm bố. Ở bên này thì quyền hạn của các bạn nữ là vô địch. Bọn mình là được cái là luôn luôn là dành nhiều quyền lợi cho các bạn nữ. Thằng kia cứ vào đây hỏi linh tinh tao ban giờ. Làm gì? 2 điểm tới từ Toledo, họ vẫn rất nỗ lực và còn 5 giây, có lẽ là garbage time thôi. Dừng bóng. Và chiến thắng cách biệt 21 điểm dành cho Gonzaga Bulldogs. Quá tuyệt vời. Và chúng ta sẽ cùng nhau nghỉ ngơi ở đây thôi. Chúc các bạn có một tháng mới làm việc may mắn. Chúc các bạn hôm nay nếu như ở miền Bắc thì ra đường chuẩn bị áo sống đầy đủ, không gặp mưa. Chúng ta sẽ cùng gặp lại nhau ở những đầu cầu khác và những ngày thi đấu khác. Một lần nữa thì Thập Cẩm TV xin gửi đến các bạn lời chào và hẹn gặp lại. Tháng 11 trên Thập Cẩm TV. Hải trình nào cũng có dấu ấn của người thuyền trưởng. Huyền thoại nào cũng phải xuất phát là một đứa trẻ thơ. Có những người học trò giờ đã trở thành người dẫn dắt. Có những người thầy định hình lại cả trò chơi. Lại có những học trò khác đã thay đổi thế giới. Tất cả vì tính kế thừa không ngừng nghỉ của vòng quay thể thao. Không ai được phép ngừng học tập trên hành trình này. Tháng 11, tháng tri ân những người lái đò của giới thể thao. Tháng 11 trên Thập Cẩm TV. Hải trình nào cũng có dấu ấn của người thuyền trưởng. Huyền thoại nào cũng phải xuất phát là một đứa trẻ thơ. Có những người học trò giờ đã trở thành người dẫn dắt. Có những người thầy định hình lại cả trò chơi. Lại có những học trò khác đã thay đổi thế giới. Tất cả vì tính kế thừa không ngừng nghỉ của vòng quay thể thao. Không ai được phép ngừng học tập trên hành trình này.